Turbo Turnup Time. The Black Tiger Miner live cast is starting now. It's Turbo Turnup Time. The Black Tiger Miner live cast is starting now. It's Turbo Turnup Time. The Black Tiger Miner live cast is starting now.
Hello, YouTube X. It's your main man, BTM here, bringing you back to the Black Tiger Miner Crypto News Network. And we're looking at Turbo, and Turbo is getting ready to take off in May. You know where you heard it. I'm just trying to tell you guys to get prepared and to definitely buy the dip and get ready, because Turbo is getting ready to make a nice run in May. It's not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. But I do think if everything continues to hold, I think Turbo is due for another pump real soon. As long as there's no tariff renegotiation or anything that is a black swan event. And if the Fed cuts the interest rate, which I doubt will happen, but even if they don't, I do think Turbo is due for a nice run up or a bit of a push. Sorry, just trying to get this thing set up. I was running behind and I'm just trying to get back on track. But I do think Turbo is gearing up for something big to happen in May. So I'm trying to pull up the charts for months, see what we can see. So if we go to, it's weird. Just pulling up Trader View here. So if we see here historically, actually, let me turn on the spotlight and see what we can see. So you can see here, this is a month chart. And last year was when Turbo actually took all the way off. And generally in the spring is when things start to run. Because of the summer, people start selling off. So here's August, September, October. So here is May 2024, June, July, a slight push, in August, a sell-off. So of the summer months, people are out and about and moving. So they're probably not investing in crypto or investing in anything. They're actually taking profits. But you can see here, March, we had a slight pump, which we did as well this year. April, it pulled back. And then May, it took all the way off. And we can see here, this is January, it was down. February was down. March, it was down. April, it started to push up, which is actually opposite from last year. And I suspect another green candle will happen in May. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and super chat. Just trying to keep the lights on at Turbo Toad Central. So let me know if you like the videos. And this is I'm gonna figure out why this is zooming in so far. So this is the 5-minute chart. Looks like we're up and down, bouncing around the 004. And we're coming down, had a MACD cross and started to lose volume. Most of the day we've been building volume, and then the MACD So it's slightly dipped down, but it's still holding that resistance at 004. And if we look at the 15-minute charts, still holding around the 004, came down, went up, came down back to the 004, and hopefully it's going to bounce off the 004 and push up. You can see on the 15-minute chart, we've been building volume all day, and the MACD is rising. 45-minute chart, 3 green candles, and we're building volume. We had a MACD cross. 1-hour chart, same thing. We're losing volume, and this hour we're building volume. Looks like the MACD is crossing, and looks like we're starting to push up to the 004. I think the next leg up is, I think somebody said 007 yesterday. But if we can get up to the 005, we might actually be in for a pretty good ride. Yeah, what is that? The 006. What is it? The 006? So that is the hour chart. Let me switch the let me switch the indicators to the RSI. See what's going on in the RSI indicator. RSI is down on the hour chart. Looks like it's down to 39, which is way down. That's the RSI base moving average. Regular RSI is at 44.7 on the 1 hour. On the 4 hour, looks like the RSI is also down on the 4 hour. Check the 45-minute chart. Looks like the RSI is coming up at 46.3. In the RSI base moving average is 38.6. On the 15-minute chart, RSI is higher. RSI is 54. RSI base moving average is 51.8. What up, Doc McLovin? What's going on, brother? Thanks for joining, fam. On the 5-minute chart, got a couple of green candles. RSIs look like it's coming back down at the 59, actually 54.7, and base RSI moving average is 59. So it might be getting ready to push back up. So let's get on back over to Twitter. And if you haven't logged in today, you don't see this. This is the BTM Crypto News Network, the Twitter page. And you can see here, they put a poll up. Now we have 137 votes. We have a day left. So make sure you like and share this poll. Looks like we're tied, almost dead even at 29.9. People think we'll get to 15 cents by the end of the year. And 29.2 thinks we'll get to 25 cents. 23.4 thinks we'll get to 50 cents. And 17% say we're going to get to $1, which is really optimistic. But hey, just trying to take a poll and see what the pulse is on the Turbo Toad price prediction. So this is Turbo's ready and equipped for the next leg up. Shout out to Sid. Haven't seen Sid in a while. Love it, Sid, the Turbinator. And this is okay, had to do it. Barthold loves to tell bartenders and patrons all about Turbo while having his whiskey dry. Interesting. This is Meet Turbo, the AI powered astronaut Toad leading the next crypto space race with the stars in his eyes. And this is more than a token, it's a cosmic movement. Buckle up, we're not coming back down. Hope you're right there, Crypto PBS. This is Crypt Locked, loaded, and powered by pure community grit. If you saw this post, you already know. Turbo doesn't knock, it kicks the door in. And if you like it, I love it. I think that's awesome. This is Himnut. Let's make some noise. Token Turbo great. And I think he's responding to this next posting. So this is a call for action. Let's increase the postings on X for Robinhood to list Turbo Token. Together we can. So I posted this earlier. If you get a chance, check this video out. Turbo will be a top 10 meme coin. Robinhood listing is key. So you get a chance, check the video out. And if you do watch it, make a comment because we want to make that video go viral or make sure everyone in the community can see it and review it because we want to definitely amp up X, right? Maybe we can do it Friday, a full on raid like we used to raid, like we did previous raids, a full on blitz, bringing more attention to Turbo and bringing more attention to Robinhood. Like a main man, crypto PBS was able to get us listed. I got to go back and check. I think it was Bybit, I guess, from continuing to post. And initially, it caught their attention and they did list. I got to go back to see what it was. But if we continue to get the word out on X and YouTube, right, we can get these guys to at least give us a nod or nothing else. Have these guys tell us to stop posting about it, right? But any response is good, right? Any publicity is good publicity, right? So I think we need to set up for a raid. Let me know what you guys think. You think we are due for a raid, and do you think we can gather the community to raid for Turbo Toad and Robinhood to get that Robinhood listing? So let me know what you guys think about that. Anybody, everybody. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And also get a couple of super chats and get the comments going. Not sure where everybody is today. What's going on? Where is everybody? I'm down for the Robin Hood raid. I knew you would like it. Doc McLevins. I don't know why I want to say Doc McStuff. Doc McLevins. Let me see here. Oh, yeah. Gonna do something real quick. Let me see. Where are we? Um, just making a quick update. Trying to figure out where the army is at. Let me see if we can post some. There we go. So just making some postings. So let me turn the spotlight back on. Yeah, there we go. So Turbo is at a 293.5 million market cap. Last hour we're down 0.71. 24 hours we're up 3.9. Last 7 days we're up 3.4. 30 days we're up 130.5. 90 days we're down 20.9, and for the year we're up 761. And also I was trying to remember, I don't think I contacted about that tracker. We need to circle back with Turbo Tracker. Actually, I just thought about that. I need to make some notes. Actually, I need an assistant so someone can keep the notes for me. I'm down for a Robin Hood raid. I feel that, bro. We definitely could have a Robin Hood raid to help list Robin Hood to list Turbo. So this is the Turbo Tracker. And again, I don't think he's been updated. Actually, I don't think he's even been on. What happened to this guy? But we did used to have the Turbo Tracker, so I want to see if we can pick that back up. It's weird. or at least see. Let me check with this guy. See if we can look at the code and at least get the tracker back running and just send him a message. Let me know what you guys think about that and the turbo raid. If you guys are down to raid, weird. Why can't I message? There's no message here? That's weird. It is weird. Something's happening. Something happened. Usually there's a message button. Let me see if we can just uh go straight to messaging this guy. What is this? Turbo tracker. Dang it. It's weird. There he is. So he is here. I can't. Can I not message this guy? Oh yeah. Uh-oh. That wasn't what we wanted to do. So let me know what you guys think as well about the price prediction and go to Twitter. Let me see here. So we did get the message out. Let's get back to Twitter. Uh-oh. Let me see. Back to our well, actually we finished the profile. But yeah, make sure you guys get over and vote for the price. Looks like somebody voted. We're at 138. We looked at this. This is the Aurora Turbo dashboard. Checking. 76 total counts, 164 turbo transfers, 18 transactions. I don't know if this was anything. Number of new transactions last 24 hours. Total addresses 313 to 313. Shout out to the D. Detroit 313 is in a house. Uh, total tokens is 44. Total blocks is 13.3 million. Total transactions is 3,400. Total contracts 159. Total verified contracts is 36. And as I mentioned previously, I was wondering if we can um, figure out if we can. They did mention something about having a community help to verify these contracts. So I don't know if they are continuing that or if they just got busy or if they're going to circle back with us. But let me know in the comments if any of you guys had or heard anything about the contracts or anything about, I guess, voting for getting these contracts verified. They did mention it. But I've been crazy busy, hadn't even circled back. So this is currently Turbo is up to 54,073 holders. So we added 0.05 since yesterday. I think yesterday it was 54,040. So we added 33 holders in a day, give or take. And it would be cool if we could make a graph. That was another thing I was going to reach out to Turbo Tracker for. See if we can make a graph for this so we can kind of monitor the holders numbers that move up and down. And on the coin ranking, Turbo is right under Popcat at 378. We are 311.1 million. And Popcat is 378 million. And it's weird because Popcat already got listed on Robinhood and they're just barely above us. I think when we get put on Robinhood, it's going to push us up to the top 10 at least. So we might flip Cat with a Hat or Brett or somewhere in here. Hopefully that'll push us to over 500 million, 550 million, maybe 600 million to get us back in the game in the top 10 race. Let me know what you guys think about that one as well. So let's see here. This is Turbo. What is a buy zone? Still holding strongly at the 004. What is your opinion regarding the research? I believe Turbo will not exceed 5 cents in this cycle in you. Definitely think it's going to exceed 5 cents. The White House has formally accused Amazon of collaborating with the entity described as the Chinese propaganda arm. That's weird. Turbo 10 to 50 billion market cap holding buy hold 2025. And I actually just picked some more Turbo today. So we will see. Turbo's holding above resistance line levels. The only hate is from people who are new and clueless. Turbo to the moon, baby. Definitely to the moon. Just hit turbo model mode 65% in the last 24 hours, 148 in 7 days. Okay, that's a whole nother. The heck are they talking about? Turbo falling hard and fast. Definitely not hard and fast. It's only down 4%. Calm down, buddy. Turbo at AF this point. I hope Turbo will go down to buy some more. That's optimistic. Turbo right now, it is not a bad day for trading. No matter what you hold, amount aside in the LT. And it's actually out of better hold to the moon, short in the bits. Actually, yeah, I was gonna check. What is this? The Dex tools, but I was actually gonna pull up the what is this? The crypto bubbles because I didn't have the bubbles up. I guess we'll click through some videos. Crypto John mentioned Turbo yesterday. I was gonna do that, but I was gonna go live, but fell asleep on you guys. Sorry about that. So I wanted to go ahead and get this live video out now for today on this Wednesday, happy hump day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, toads and tadpoles. So I'm just checking some volume here, checking what's going on. Down 4%. So let's see what's going on. Looks like there is some buying, a fish bought. This is a shrimp. Huh? Shrimp bought 670. Somebody bought 933. Somebody sold 700, 100, 100, 300, 300. What is this? Shrimp bought 339. Let's see if there's any whale or dolphin activity today. It looks like the dolphin sold $3,000 worth. Somebody removed 31,000. Somebody bought 3,800. Somebody added 31,000. 1.6 million turbo. That's weird. Um, remove 18, remove 77,000. Somebody sold 13,000. Remove 63,000. had bought 3,000. Somebody bought 9,000. Somebody bought 5,000. So not a lot of crazy activity today. So that's a good sign. And let's check the bubbles real quick. Just checking to see if we're getting more votes. Don't forget to go over to Turbo and the Black Tiger Miner or the BTM Crypto News Network. Just trying to get the votes in for the Turbo price by the end of the year. I think this is, I pulled the video up. Or where was it? Yeah, it's Crypto John. I'm back to that. Look at the bubbles real quick. So it looks like the market is pretty much down. Prime's up 6.4. Jupiter's up 0.6. Farcoin is up 5.6. Fetch is up 4.9. Tron, I guess this is up 0.9. Bloke is up 6.8. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. ZBCN's up 0.8. Gala's up 0.8. Dog with a hat is up 2.6. Turbo is down 5.1 on the day, 1.1 on the hour, 1.1 on the week, which wasn't what I was figuring would happen for the Turbo day. But hey, let me know in the comments what you think is going on. Is it coming down for us to pick it up? GigaChat's down 3.4. Ondo's down 3.1. Actually, just looking at the prices, looking to see if I can snatch something up today. If something is down low enough. Archblock is down 1.4. Brett is down 0.3. Just looking through some prices here. See coin ranking real quick. 300, actually 307 market cap. What does this guy say? 311 market cap. So hopefully we'll push back up. But let me know what you guys think about the price action. And this is this video from John from yesterday. So shout out to Crypto John.
Bad habit of mine, but I pretty much had an idea of what I was going to say. Turbo is my most convicting meme coin. And no, I'm getting paid by Turbo. Never took a payment once. Okay. I don't need the money to do it, first of all. And secondly, I like to remain unbiased. There's plenty of YouTubers who do take paid promotions. I am not one of them. I never will be one of them. But that being said, it's important to talk about Turbo today because it's a meme coin that gets a lot of controversy. And one of the most fun topics for me to cover is my controversial trade I made a while ago of swapping a utility coin of Caspa to Turbo. And it's a trade we talk about often on my Discord, which, by the way, if you want to join, more than welcome to join. I'll put a link in the pinned comments down below. It's a trade that I have no regrets on. And I'm not saying Caspa's bad. I just, I'm looking for gains. I've already had gains, and especially on the recent DCA for Turbo, which was below this. It was 2015, which is roughly a 4x from this price. I am a massive profit for Turbo, but this is not about me, talking about my trade here. This is talking about Turbo and how it's at a critical level. So we're only at 53K holders, which if you saw my last video on Arrow, you saw how that coin has over 600,000 holders. And when you compare it to coins like, for example, Shiba Inu, wait until you see how many holders we have here. If it shows it on Coinbase, let me see. Here we go. 1.5 million holders. Okay, Turbo is still in its infancy stage. Let's go to Bonk, which I think is the Solana ship of this cycle, which I love Bonk. I love it pretty much just as much as Turbo. 97,000 holders, almost twice the size of Turbo. Okay. The reason why I found myself too turbo and why I bought it at, I think it was 18 mil market cap to be exact, was because it was a crypto that I saw that just looked cool, had a nice name, was trendy, and it had a genuine cool founder, Rhett Mankind. And this is, we never had a conversation, by the way. I don't even know what the guy's interests are or anything. But I'm giving you my insight as to why I like Turbo, how you can use this information to find the next Turbo or just find a crypto in general very early, and how it's important to research your coins to find the hidden gems before they take off. And you can see here, even on this massive dip down from the old chart, we got an 18 mil market cap. It's 333 mil market cap. Okay. And our recent DCA was under 100 mil market cap. So it goes to show you when you do things right, you can make a lot of money. Now, in crypto, there's a lot of things that matter. Okay. Community, which I discussed in my previous video with Arrow. Marketing, which falls on the team. You know, you got to get exchange listings. You got to post on Twitter. If you get off Twitter, it's very bad. We saw Quan do that, and we saw Shao Tuck do that. Two coins we pivoted from because that just is so stupid getting off X. Um, you got to have a cool name, which Turbo does. It helps with your brand. You know, people want to be part of something bigger. Turbo, it's very easy to tweet. You can post a rocket ship. You know, anything that's fast or cool, it fits the name and it stands out. It's yellow, and at the time it came out, or orange, I don't know what the hell this color is, but at the time when Turbo came out, first of all, AI wasn't popular. It was generated by ChatGPT with a $69 budget by Rep Mankind, and dogs were all the rage. Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, Bonk. How many dog coins did we see over the last few years? So this was a new toad, right? And Pepe was just starting to get some steam at the time. So I saw that and I'm like, okay, not a dog, not a frog, made with AI. AI is not popular yet. It's only on Uphold. The founders doxed, which is very rare for meme coins, meaning like you can see a face to a name, and the contract's renounced, meaning he can't just say, hey, we're going to add, quadruple the supply, or I'm going to just rug it and pull liquidity out. When the contract's renounced, you can't touch it. So that's important too. We had like a 15% allocation, which is on the larger side. But again, this is an example of a community driven project. And so when you get into what I call an emerging marketplace, which is a crypto at the early stages before the 500 mil to 1 bill market cap, when you get there early enough and you park your cash there and you wait long enough, you see the rips, right? A lot of investors do not have that patience to hold for any period of time. They hold for a week, and if they see something better, shiny object syndrome, they flip flop. Or if they see the price go down, God forbid, 30%, they flip flop, they sell. A lot of people do not have the time horizon, the patience, and the emotional strength to hold through the dips. I've been mocked, made fun of, criticized, people unsubscribing because of this coin right here, Turbo, because of my trade with Turbo. And I didn't give a shit whatsoever. Did not give one shit about anything. I didn't care because I knew Turbo was going to come back. I knew it was going to do well. Again, it has all the fundamentals. The person running the X account, and it's not Rep Mankind, by the way. I asked the person. That person knows what they're doing. They're getting partnerships. They're getting exchange listings. He interacts with the community. All you meme coins, listen up. He interacts with the community, and not by just shilling your stupid $sign in your hashtag and saying, go join the best community. He actually engages. This is important, right? Investors want to feel a part of something important, right? There's a reason why Turbo community is strong but small, or small but strong. It sounds better because they feel like a unit, important, right? You don't see too many meme coins doing that, or too many cryptos in general, even utility coins. So Turbo had a special draw to it. Okay, now I brought the main exposure to it, which sent it soaring, and then we saw other YouTubers covering it. But I didn't really do anything. You know, I kind of just brought the exposure. I remember that video. It was like a real viral video, got a lot of views. And then, shortly after that, big YouTubers started covering it. And that's what happened with Arrow too, by the way. We made a video on it. It was 14 cents. And I think Brian Jung covered it. And then Discover Crypto covered it. And all of a sudden, it just blew up. So that's usually what happens. Small YouTubers cover cryptos. It gets exposure. It gets the eyes of a big YouTuber. They cover it. And everyone's audience just like gobbles it up and it goes crazy. So I knew Turbo was gonna have its day. For one, it was on a safe exchange. I thought AI, the mix with it was pretty cool. It looked cool, had a nice brand, and had a genuine founder. See, all these things matter in crypto. That's why if you ever join my Discord, part of the research course, I have a whole checklist. It's important to do a deep.
So shout out to Crypto John. And as he mentioned, Turbo is what Turbo is because of the community, right? Like I've been telling you guys, continue to hold strong. And it's not just one person, there's actually a few people that update the Turbo token main page. And they're always working, they're always putting something together, they're always meeting with uh, different partners and different groups, even with the AMA. They set up all the partners. We just showed up, right? They had everything already set up, gave us the information to review, and we were good to go. Uh, One man filtered his energy and dreams into a vision which became a worldwide movement, which has continued to thrive. Turbo has been the keeper of dreams for years. The community is woven together like that of a dream catcher. And if you guys aren't familiar, dream catcher is a Indian or a Native American device that you put up when you sleep, and it's supposed to catch the bad dreams so you don't dream about it. It's actually a pretty cool concept, but let me see. I actually have most of these. Thrilled to be at 101 Crypto Nights in Dubai. Looking forward to seeing all the iconic Bohemian Beach Club for an unforgettable night. Shout out to L Bank Exchange for making this possible. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I didn't even know that there was something going on. I miss all the events, but we're definitely going to try to get on the circuit at some point to hit up a lot of these events or hit up a lot of these crypto events. Just trying to see because I thought I posted some of this, but I did post Turbo and I made a Casper video, which will probably come out tomorrow. I'll post in the morning. So this is the rest. Captain Turbo, what are you going to do with your profits? This is which one will generate more gains in the next 2 weeks? I have $1,000 to gamble. So this saying 73% of the 15 voters are rolling with Turbo. I think Turbo is well over Pepe and Toshi. This cat with a hat versus top meme coin Turbo. Cat with a hat's 2.8 million market cap, down 3.2% in the last 30 days. Turbo is 304 million market cap, up 121% in the last 30 days. Difference of 104.8 times. So yeah, you guys can stop with the comparison, bro. You're killing yourselves. This is which crypto coin will hit $1 in 2025. And this has Turbo, Floke, Vine, Not, and Turbo. AIZBT, Turbo, and Popcat. Good morning. Turbo token has gained 700 new wallet holders in the last 7 days. Turbo keeps building and growing. Wow. Where did you get this information from? Crypto finance. What is this? Where did this link come from? That's weird. Posted it, but there's no link here. Where you getting this data from? Crypto finance. This is actually what I was looking for. But anyway, We'll use this last 24 hours. We added 8. 12 hours, we added 23. 1 day, we added 36. 3 days, 192. And 7 days, 100 and 766. I'm tripping. Happy birthday, Turbo, which was part of the AMA. Oh, wow. AMA's up to almost 4,000. If you like it, I love it. So let's see here. Get back to John real quick.
You have to know who's behind it. What's their vision? What's their resume like? Do they even know what they're doing? If it's a blockchain crypto, have they have experience before? Do they know how to do cloud computing? Do they know what like the terminology in crypto? Okay, what makes them stand out? Is it just another layer one? Is it just another layer two? Like, what makes it different? Why should investors buy it? Okay, you have to ask yourself like you're trying to sell yourself the crypto. That's the position I put myself in when I'm looking at anything to buy in crypto. Why would this get traction? Why would this emerging marketplace get saturated? What is the draw to it? Is it the utility side of it that will get a partnership or major adoption? Or in a meme coin's case, is it the community part because of the name, because of the brand, because of the marketing, because of the picture, the person behind it, the founder of the team? Is it this that's going to draw interest to it? When you draw interest to crypto, that's what causes price action to the upside. Nothing else. A lot of this is speculation, guys. Everything in crypto is speculation. Even Bitcoin's a speculating asset, which is probably going to be a controversial take, but it is. Bitcoin is just as strong of an asset, or just as much as it's supposed to be for what someone's willing to pay for it. Yes, it has adoption. Yes, it's being used in countries, but that's the reality of crypto right now. But we are getting closer to that mass adoption scale. So when we look at coins like this, no one's buying a freaking toad to say, oh, it's going to be the best thing on a blockchain. Like, no shit. No one's buying it for that reason. We're buying it for price to go up. And again, I'm telling you my reasons of why I get into cryptos. You got to check all these boxes. And again, I didn't hear a word of what was said today on the space. I didn't watch it. I wasn't there. But again, the community is so small yet so strong, and that's the missing part of crypto. You got to have a tight knit community. You have to, because if you don't, it's like and I'm not saying gotta be a toxic, weird community. Just support each other. That's the way it works. And again, Turbo right now, we're at this 333 mil market cap. In terms of where I see it going, I think it's going anywhere from 5 cents to maybe 15 cents this cycle. That's where I see it going. Now, I'm going to take profits way sooner. I have the luxury to do that because I've been DCAing so much and buying the dips that my average is rock solid. But if you're waiting to take profits on Turbo and your averages are higher, you have no choice but right now to DCA down. Because if you don't, you're going to do what every retail investor thinks they're geniuses at doing. Waiting until Q4, waiting until Q1 next year, waiting for the top of the cycle to take profits for everyone else. No one's going to have the same plan as you. Everyone's going to just wait for the exact moment until Michael Saylor goes, sell your crypto, guys, sell everything. I'm being sarcastic. It's not going to happen. Okay. The longer you wait in this market, the longer you hang in the water, eventually a shark's going to grab you. That's the way I look at it. Okay. So Turbo's no exception. I see a lot of people saying, oh, it's going to $1. Oh, it's going to 50 cents. Okay. Back holder. You're going to be a back holder if you think that. I'm not saying they can't hit those targets. It could. Not this cycle, not, for a while. And the good thing about Turbo, though, for at least now, is it's fully diluted. So Redman kind of vested his allocation, and now there's no selling pressure. Everything's in circulation. So now, even though the community is small and the market cap is still on a small end, that wouldn't really call us a mid cap yet. I would say once it crosses $1 billion, so at 3x in here, this is at a great zone to accumulate. I'm not telling you to buy. I'm telling you to research and look at it. Because again, once this gets to Shiba Inu's level, 1.5 million holders, or even bonks, almost 100K holders, where do you think the price is going to go? And let's not forget, it got listed on exchange recently. It is still not yet on Robinhood. So we still have ways to go to see where Turbo's price will end up by the end of this cycle. And it already got to $0.015. A lot of people think Turbo and all these meme coins are not going to reach new all-time highs. They're wrong. They will be wrong. And again, I don't care how many videos you watch out there. I don't care if someone wants to go, oh, Crypto John, he's a dumbass. He doesn't know what he's talking. We'll make better. Let people talk. Everyone in this market just talks. I like putting my mouth where my action is, right?
Yeah, I agree with John here 1,000%. Let people talk. Who cares what people are talking about? We're here to make money and try to educate people in the process, right? We're not trying to rip anybody off or run any scams. We just want to get people aware of what they're investing in and help them make a couple dollars on the side. So let me know what you guys think about that. Let me see. Looking for a longer video. If there is no long videos, we'll play this 2 minutes
Right?
for
I
John.
made a bet with Turbo, and I know it's going to work out for me. It's not about defending myself. It's about following through with what I believe in. I believe Turbo is going to be an amazing crypto for this cycle. Does that mean I want you to back the truck up and go all in? No, it is still a meme coin. But do I think it's one of the safer, better meme coins out there? Hell yes, I do. And that's why it's the largest allocation in my meme portfolio for me. But again, this video is not to sell you on Turbo. This is to tell you why I chose it as my main meme coin, what drew me to it, why I like it, and why I think it will do well. I think the Robinhood listing is around the corner. I do not think it's going to take long till they list it. When they do, what do you think is going to happen when people come in on Coinbase, on Robinhood, on Binance, on all these exchanges? Look, it's a toad. Look, it's cool. Wow, it made me laugh. Bye, 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 bye. When I came in crypto, what got my attention? Bitcoin? No. Dogecoin, surprisingly. Now, again, always be a utility investor first and have at least, in my opinion, 80% utility. But if you're looking for a meme and it's just one meme, I think Turbo is the meme. There's plenty of memes up there that can do very well, though. And I have a lot of them. I love Bonk. Bonk is right up there. I love Mudang. I love Toshi, Dog and Me, Dog with Hat. I have tons of memes, even Pepe. Okay.
Well, personally, I sold all my memes. Only meme I'm rolling with is Turbo. Let me see, where's Coin? Is this it? Yeah. So I got some bonk and I sold everything else. I had Shib sold it. Got tired of those guys. Pepe. I was thinking about Brett, but I'm not messing with base. Turbo. Actually, I do have this AIZ16 and Peanut the Squirrel. But outside of that, that is the only three memes I hold. And I don't hold very much um Peanut the Squirrel or AIZ16. I mainly sold it all and put it into Turbo. So it's Turbo or nothing. Billions or nothing. So let me play this video. I need to step away and I'll be right.
In the comments, and also subscribe if you are new, because if you're new, my name is Ro. I cover Turbo every single day. I'm pretty sure we made close to 300, like 80 videos about Turbo now, and I'm super excited to be talking about it every day, guys. This is my job. This is what I love to do. Listen, if you guys are new, subscribe, because I'm trying to get to 15K. I will be doing a huge giveaway at 15K, guys. So if you are new around here, subscribe. And yeah, without further ado, let's hop right into today's video. If you want to know who I am, I've basically been around the market since 2017, guys. I've learned a thing or two, and as we get into the month of May, I think this might be one of those sell in May and go away type of scenarios. Let's hop into today's video now. Why do I say that? Well, honestly, because one of the biggest catalysts for us having this insane rally, that where we kind of, I don't want to say insane, it's only Turbo that's having a pretty insane rally. A lot of other meme coins aren't moving as aggressive as Turbo is. But one of the biggest catalysts to that is the fact that we're having rate cuts in May. Also, we are having a pause on tariffs for 90 days by President Trump. There's also, calming tensions between Trump and China in terms of the whole like tariff war. And majority of that is, I think it's only going to last for a little bit longer. So this might be one of those scenarios where we see the spring months, right? We see April, May, June. We see those months do really well, and then August or the summer months might be a little bit bad for crypto. And the reason I say that is because every summer a lot of people do take profits to go enjoy, right? They take profits to go whatever it is, right? Cottages, vacations, trips, pool parties, whatever. Spending is at an all-time high in the summer. So maybe people might be taking profits in summer, and then we might see a rally towards fall. That is kind of how I expect the markets to go. But guys, one thing I do want to emphasize is that if you make a substantial amount of gains in May and it's a good amount, just sell it and leave the market. Okay, take profits when there is profits on the table, guys. If you make 400, 500, 600% gain, those are 6x's. You can't do that in a typical stock market, right? For a 600% gain in the stock market, you're going to be spending more than 10 years in there to even achieve that. So Turbo sitting at $300 million market cap, again, sitting at a good area. Volume down 18%, still at like 1/3 of the market cap, which is crazy. We are actually down in the week, which is interesting to see. Turbo, guys, ran up to around 206 almost, now down to 2043. Again, we are teeter-tottering in that demand area that I was talking about last time. It is a very strong demand area, a lot of buying support, a lot of volume in that area, and we just have to really hold the line. Now, guys, if you want to know what cryptos I'm actively buying, because I did drop a alert in our private community a couple of days ago. If you want to know what cryptos I buy and sell and hold, and you want access to exclusive private content that you cannot find anywhere else, like exit strategies, portfolios that I hold, and you want access to me 24/7, and just to be a part of an active community, we're all after the same goal as you are, from different parts, from different walks of life. Make sure you check out the Meme Coin Mastery. There's links to it down in the description, guys. It is super cheap, super affordable, and who knows how long that price is going to last. Now, this is the demand area that we are referring to, right? At the 204 mark, from 204 to 2044, this area is very strong. You can see here it has been back tested. It has had history of touching that area before. And that's kind of where we are right now, guys. You can see these areas that we marked off, they are not for no reason. They actually do respect these areas quite a bit. And Turbo ran regardless of what the overall market condition was like. You can see not a lot of other meme coins had run-ups the way that Turbo did. That's because Turbo is solidified as one of the better plays. I'm telling you guys, do not overlook Turbo. As of right now, Bitcoin, Ethereum did have a little bit of a pullback in the last 24 hours. ETH down 3.2%. Bitcoin down 1.2%, fear and greed index sitting at a neutral. And I'm telling you guys, as it gets closer to greed, as it gets closer to extreme greed, you might want to consider, scalping or taking some profits off of the table. But as of right now, guys, we have not been to greed territories for a really long time now. It's been like 3 months since we got there. You can see the last time we touched that was January 21st. So it has been quite some time. We've kind of been in like fear and extreme fear for so long that the markets are now, honestly, we are just tired, right? What I would like to see is the fear and greed index sit around neutral for a bit, and as Bitcoin crosses over 100K, guys, you're going to see a lot of money flow into your altcoins, into your meme coins. That's kind of how it works. That's how it's always worked. Bitcoin's a first runner, right? A lot of these VCs, a lot of these corporations, big institutions, even your average retail investor, when they first hear about crypto, as retail comes in, they're going to be buying Bitcoin first, right? Because these are people who have had experience in the stock market and they've only probably heard of Bitcoin. So as money flows into Bitcoin, it's a cascading waterfall. Then it goes into Ethereum. Then it trickles down into your altcoins and into your meme coins. And Turbo right now, without even having too much of a run up from Ethereum, because ETH still hasn't crossed 2,000, Turbo is still continuing to perform really well. A meme coin made by AI for the people. One of the best things about Turbo is how bullish their community is. One of the best communities that I've ever been a part of, and I think it's only going to continue to get better. Now, guys, we do need to hold this demand area. If you we're looking to get into Turbo, I always say never ever chase green candles, but if there are pullbacks, then it's worth your while to take a closer look at it. Obviously, guys, if this is something that you want to get into, a pullback is the best time to get in. not financial advice. Obviously, I have to preface by saying that. Make sure you guys follow them over on X. Just passed over 110,000 followers again. Super, super. It's amazing, right? To say the least. Great artwork, great community, and their team is super bullish. They post a lot of collaborations, a lot of partnerships, which is something that you love to see. One man filtered his energy and dreams into a vision, which became a worldwide movement, which has continued to thrive. Turbo has been the keeper of dreams for years, with the community woven together like that of a dream catcher. Now, why explosive growth without fear of a rug pull? Then Turbo is the play. I believe this hits multiple billion MC this cycle based on the following: over 54K holders consistently in the top ranking of community engagement, superior artists, 69 billion fair launch, and all circulating. Turbo Chain blockchain. There's also Turbo Swap. Over 120 exchanges, and the biggest ones to name, obviously Coinbase, Binance, Uphold, KuCoin, all those. One of 8 meme coins on Coinbase and Binance. First and most developed AI created meme coin with GPT-4, and 100% community driven. A lot of factors that do play into it. Obviously, I learned a lot from January to March. And one thing I learned was to take profits when you're up almost 200%. Take a little profit. It makes red days feel better. I'm waiting for Turbo to find support, and I'll put my profits back into Turbo and gain some free tokens. That's what it's really all about. If you sold at the top, you're waiting for a retracement to buy back in, guys, to get lower, to get more to your Turbo bag. Then hey, solid play. Shout out to Peg like Wally. Turbo USD has recently broken out of the descending channel formation on the daily chart. With current price action, we could see an energetic push towards that 209 or to that 1 penny mark, which obviously we are all waiting for. Now, obviously, guys, I do need to preface by saying I love Turbo. I think it's a brilliant play, and I want to say thank you for all the love and support. But obviously, at the end of the day, please do your own research, your own due diligence. I can't tell you guys what crypto to buy or to sell or to hold. That is literally up to you. Do your own due diligence, and this is just what I'm doing. With that being said, I hope you're entertained. I hope you're educated with today's video. I will see you guys in the next one. If you haven't, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. God bless you guys. Take care and peace out.
So shout out to Row and keeping it pushing. We're gonna check this bags only, see what he's talking about.
Position or very bullish meme coin that I do hold is Turbo Token. I think as we do look at the markets, we look at meme coins, we look at potential multipliers, things like that. You know, when we talk about the most multipliers, in my opinion, Turbo Token is obviously at the top of the list in coins that you can acquire at a relatively low cost, and see, you know, multipliers north of 25x, pretty easily, right? I think that's kind of general consensus when it comes to meme coins. But Turbo Token at 0044 at the time of this video, last 7 days, down 5.96% last month, though, up 122%, right? Definitely consolidating here at these levels, but was up to 0005, a half a penny, almost to 006 at one point last week, up 122% over last year. We look at the chart here, and again, nowhere near this increase in price that we did see was nowhere near kind of where Turbo was towards the end of 2024 and heading into 2025, right? Turbo was at massive levels and was obviously at a penny, almost a penny and a half back in December. If you take a look, and I've kind of alluded to this in previous videos, but if you look at the 1 year for Turbo versus the 1 year for ETH, they are very similar. Obviously not such an increase here because there's obviously much different price and market cap, but they do look very similar if you kind of take a look at them, because Turbo's sitting on Ethereum. We know this, and again, I don't want to just continue to beat a dead drum here, but we know that Turbo needs Ethereum to really rip and break out, to do very well this cycle. Now, if we take a look here, BTC dominance continues to be here at 63.8%, which is, not anywhere near where essentially we needed to be for altcoin season and for meme coins to rip, especially meme coins that are sitting on like Ethereum, and Solana as well. We look at altcoin season as well. 16 out of 100 was at 15, I think, 2 days ago, which is just a 1 point increase. But we need to get back to these levels, right? And fear and greed, though, continues to move in the right direction. Again, maybe back in late February, early March, this was like down here in the under 20, just as far as talking about fear and greed in the market. Um, but when we talk about Turbo Token again, I just wanted to touch on a few things here in regards to just the overall potential of Turbo. And I think, when we talk about meme coins, I think people continue to kind of feel like they're not safe plays, or have some volatility, which again, all cryptos I think have volatility, and obviously meme coins come with more volatility. When it comes to when it comes to memes, I think Turbo um, has a less, I don't know, great specific vernacular to use, but it has not that much volatility, in my opinion, right? Fully doxed founder, um, all coins in circulation, great marketing team, etc. Right? We know that there's a variety of different checkpoints and checklist things that you need to have, as a meme coin to do well. And Turbo checks all those boxes, and they checked all those boxes very early on, in the process. We look at this tweet here. Shout out to Colin0649 on Twitter. If Doge, and not the government entity, Dogecoin, went from went to 65 cents with 128 inflationary supply, then Turbo can go to 30 cents for the 69 billion supply, right? All coins in the market, Turbo will make many retire the 9 to 5. This is very interesting because, again, it definitely is true. We take a look at other memes in the market, just all memes in general. I mean, Turbo now is sitting here at a 305 million market cap. We saw, if we just compare it to, like, I don't want to compare it to Pepe because I kind of continue to compare it to Pepe. Let's just compare it to the biggest meme coin in the market. Dogecoin, 25.34 billion market cap, all time. If we go by market cap, Dogecoin back in 2021, it is 73 billion market cap. 73 billion market cap. So let's just say conservatively, Turbo this cycle can hit less than a quarter of that, right? Which I don't know what that would be, like probably what the market cap is right now. Right now, it'd be 36 cents at 83x. Now, I'm not saying Turbo's going to 36 cents. I'm not saying it's going to go to 25 billion market cap. But again, Dogecoin did that in 2021. In relatively, like, we didn't see the real bull market of 2021 back until like quarter 4 of 21, in my opinion. And they did it before that. Obviously back here in December as well. Dogecoin's at a 68 million market cap. Like, again, it was not too long ago, back December of 2024, less than 6 months ago, where we saw these coins, meme coins, just absolutely ripping. And again, obviously there's more on the horizon as well with Turbo. I'm gonna share this tweet as well. Shout out to underscore crypto money underscore. Good morning, Turbo. Guys gained 766 new wallet holders in the last 7 days. Turbo continues to build and grow. Again, holder count for Turbo continues to be massive. Let's actually take a look at that. I think it's probably close to 55,000 now. Let's just see. I believe it's like somewhere in the 55,000 range. Yeah, almost 54,062. It recently just broke like 54,000 not that long ago. Continues to get bigger and bigger. Also, Robinhood listing is a potential big catalyst still to come. If you're unaware, Turbo is one of, I think, 8 meme coins listed on both Coinbase and Binance. So that just kind of proves everything you need to know about the legitimacy and the lack of volatility as far as risk there. Obviously, the price can remain volatile. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if you feel about Turbo still. Obviously, I'm still super bullish. This is crazy to think about. 25 billion market cap, but let's just say conservatively, it just goes to what Pepe's market cap is right now, which is I think around 3 billion, 3.6 billion. We're talking about 12x from here, 5 cents. I think in this bull cycle, there's pretty easily hit at 3.6 billion market cap, if we're being honest, guys. So again, let me know. Please drop a like, hit that subscribe button. As always, have a great day.
Shout out to bags only. Even although it's weird because the video was crazy low. Gonna keep it pushing to. I guess this is being crypto. And the crypto channel. Oops. Just checking to see what else is out here. Let me see. I think we looked at Row already. I guess Crypto Being is the last video for today. Just looking through some videos. I might get to Wealth Magnet if we have a couple of extra minutes. Just cleaning up some stuff here.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Christine here. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back.
Sorry about that. It's clear my throat. So let's see what.
So what is up, Turbo fam? We are back with another video, and today we're going to be taking another.
Let me see what is up with Ben Crypto.
Turbo was created April 29th, 2023 was the day. Now, that month, April of 23, sounds familiar to you, and it should. It's because that's when Pepe was launched, which kickstarted the entire meme coin craze of the last couple of years. But you might not know this. Check this out. In the list of the top 10 best performing coins of 2024, not just meme coins.
But real quick, I think there was a couple more votes. But this is actually what the. I thought I posted something. Just trying to figure out what happened to that posting. So yeah, we did post something. Dun, 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 dun. Don't forget to sign up for the Black Tiger Miner BTM Crypto News Network. This is Crypto PBS. Back when no one was watching, Turbo was already putting in work, laying the foundation brick by brick with vision and grit. Now the world is paying attention, but he's been ready. The grind never stops. Turbo is building something bigger. So shout out to Crypto PPS. If you like it, I love it. So let's get back to in crypto.
Any coins, Turbo is number 6, the 2,400% return in that year, 2024. It is above Pepe. So again, Turbo is a better performing coin than Pepe in 2024. Turbo is only behind a couple other heavyweights such as Mug, Mantra OM, which then.
Let me know in the comments if you like this video and if anything else you guys want to add. And when you want to do the rate, I think Doc McLovins, I don't know why I keep wanting to say McStuffin. Doc McLovins mentioned the raid down for the Robin Hood raid. Win, guys, win. But let's see back to the video and we'll play another video or two while we're waiting to get the raid organized. So let me get back to this.
Rugs, Popcat, SPX 6900. So sometimes it does feel like Turbo just doesn't get as much attention as those other coins like SPX and Pepe, but it certainly should, if you ask me. And obviously today was the big 2-year anniversary Twitter Spaces the team hosted this morning. A good 1,900 people tuned in. I gave it a listen. I was very impressed. Obviously, on one hand, it really came through just how good vibes the team is, the community is, the whole ecosystem is, the partner project. It's just positive energy all around, supporting each other, no negativity whatsoever. There's nothing to not like about this project and its ecosystem. More importantly, I was impressed by how selfless the team is. It is not all about them, and that is pretty unusual in this space and on Twitter Spaces in particular. The team actually talked very little just about themselves and, you know, the past 2 years and how they got to this point and being the best meme coin around. Most teams would just talk endlessly about that. Not these guys. They gave the mic to their partner projects. They let the partner projects show themselves. They let community members submit questions ahead of time to the team or to the other projects. They let community members come up and take the mic, ask anything to anyone, and then they move the mic very, very quickly. They don't let people drone on. They're on a schedule. That level of organization really comes through with the overall, you know, just Turbo and how they've got to this point of being such a well-run project. So what else did we learn during the space? Well, on one hand, we learned where some of the team is from. One founder is from Australia. He was the guy who led the space. Great vibe. Sounds like a great guy. The other members, he didn't really get into detail. It's a very international project from a bunch of different countries all over the globe. It sounds like a lot of Europe. So this is not sort of a USA heavy, North America heavy project. It sounds like it's just very multinational. So it's sort of different than a lot of the USA heavy projects that I cover on my channel. What else did we learn? They talked about Turbo as the first project to put a real emphasis on high quality, clever memes that tie in with the project's goals and with current events in the crypto space and with that specific coin, like this one here, you know, Turbo driving into greatness, Turbo speed. That's clever. It ties in with the theme. Here's Turbo riding his bike, Turbo speed, to get to his birthday party, to your anniversary. This one was posted last Saturday night, Turbo on date night, taking his girl to the movies. So just kind of simple, but again, high quality, clever memes. Remember, this project came out before AI was around. They had to sort of design their own memes. So like when Pepe came out that same month, they barely tweeted. They would only tweet 3 or 4 days. It was just a picture of the frog. It wasn't anything, you know, Turbo was the one that really kind of elevated the meme coin game in the space. The team also talked on the spaces about their children's book, which you may or may not know is out. Here it is on Amazon. Turbo's Magical Token, A Journey of Joy and Unity. It costs $10. It is Kindle, electronic reading. Came out about 10 months ago in June of 2024. It's 13 pages. Remember, it is a children's book with a lot of pictures. No reviews yet, so the team hasn't quite pushed this book as much as they have with other parts of their project, but that's going to change now. They said during the spaces they are looking to work with influencers and partner projects to really hype this up, promote the book, get people to download it. Now, what is the book about? So it follows Turbo, a bright yellow toad with a big smile who discovers a magical coin called Turbo Toad. The coin symbolizes community, love, and trust. So Turbo shares the coin with his animal friends, sparking curiosity and excitement. And as they learn more about the coin's value, they come together, they celebrate, and they build a stronger, happier community. This story highlights the power of friendship and the joy of sharing a common dream. So as you can see, this book demonstrates the Turbo core values of community, positivity, everyone supporting each other and uplifting each other in the entire ecosystem, not just the Turbo token. As evidence of that, one community member in the space, he's a bricklayer by trade. He got on the space today and he just said all he does at work every day is try to just hype up Turbo to all of his bricklayer worker friends, and he has gotten a bunch of them into the community. They have bought the token as well. So that just kind of demonstrates sort of the positivity and the constant promotion and diehardness of the community. That's it for now. Turbo Army, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the Twitter space today. Hit the like, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be back later in the video. Back signing out. Catch you later.
So shout out to, who is this? Ben Crypto for the analysis of the Turbo ANA from yesterday. Looks like a lot of people are checking it out and starting to rotate over. This is the crypto channel. I think her name's Crystal, maybe. And then we'll check out Wealth Hub Magnet.
To another video, doing an update for you today on Dorky, also known as the Dork Lord. This price is staying very steady. It's kind of hovering right now on the 2 cent, 3 cent range. We're at a current price of 0.027, so it is getting close to that 3 cent range, and we're up a little bit for the past 24 hours, 5.60%. Now, The question is, can this follow in other meme coins' footsteps, specifically Turbo? We do see some similar patterns between the two. And don't forget, Dorky is connected to the Matt Fury narrative loosely. It's kind of Pepe's dark contrast. So I'll even compare it to maybe Pepe as well. But we do see some similarities between Dorky and Turbo right now. Dorky is the blue line, Turbo is the orange line. We are up for the past 7 days, 28.15%. We are up down slightly for the month, 5.78%. And then the 1 year chart, which is again very similar to the Turbo chart, up 62.96%. Now, just looking solely at the Dorky chart, not comparing it to any other meme coins, I just want to make note that, especially this all-time chart, this is bullish looking to me. This is following a similar pattern that other meme coins are following right now, which is a lot of these meme coins are going through a short-term correction. I talk about this extensively in a lot of my videos. There usually is obviously a launch period with the initial small pumps. Then it usually hits a new all-time high. Dorky hit an all-time high in late October 2024. That all-time high was 12 cents. Then it kind of went down into a short-term correction, and it's kind of just been, consolidating kind of nicely and still going through a little bit of a flat period, but not quite. And it's obviously not as far down as where it was when it launched. So this makes for a really great entry point right now for Dorky. I think 2 cents, 3 cents is a great buying opportunity. And then it's still a very small market cap, working with a very low cap of 1.89 million. 24-hour volume currently is 326.78K, and it's down 40.75%. Total supply is 69.42 million. So there is still big things to come for this. The conviction on this and the community sentiment is strong. We have 1.1K votes on this poll. 91% of those 1.1K votes are bullish. 9% is bearish. So this is a bullish looking chart for the all-time view, the 1 year view. A little bit of volatility on that 1 month view, but it is slightly in the green for the 7 day view. I would love to start seeing this kind of get out of the 2 cent, 3 cent range. Hopefully by the end of May, we'll see this hike up to about 10 cents. And then I think June, July, and August, this is going to pump with many of the other meme coins. Now, I want to also compare this to Pepe, because as you know, this, as I said before, this is Pepe's counterpart. So, I mean, there's some slight correlations. But then again, even though the narratives are similar, it doesn't mean that the tokenomics or the numbers or the charts themselves are the same. Pepe is a little more of a long-term hold at this point. It already had a lot of pumping already, so it doesn't have huge pumping potential left in it. It will pump this bull cycle, I think about a 20x or so. And by the way, check out my other recent video on Pepe. I just kind of talk about why I think it's a good play for early and new investors, especially if this is your first bull cycle. So Pepe is kind of more of that safer, secure play. Dorky is a little more of your typical low cap meme where, yes, there's a little more risk in the meme coins, but this has so much potential to pump because it hasn't really pumped much yet. So this has a full tank of gas, right? So this really has the potential to fly. In terms of exchange listings, they've had these 3 for quite a while. They're solid exchange listings. I think the community, I know developers are constantly working on exchange listings. I think the constructive criticism here would just be work on getting some more exchange listings. And, I think that'll for sure help drive the price and help it kind of come into mainstream. There's a lot of potential for this. It's a great character. It's a great narrative. Has a strong community behind it. Really genuine and hardworking developers. And again, I think the strongest point on this is the character and narrative itself. It's not a copy. It's its own character. So I want to head on over to the X page to just show you that Dork Lord is constantly in Biconomy's top 3, top 5, top 10 gainers. This is a post that was just posted about 18 hours ago, and this shows some of the very well-known memes right now this bull cycle that are doing well or are set to do really, really well. Okay, so the fact that Dorky is even in this bunch speaks volumes to me and speaks of the value of the project, because this is telling me that Dorky is valuable enough.
For some reason, I fell in the dorky rabbit hole here. I was looking for Turbo. Video mentions Turbo, but it is talking mainly about Dorky. So we're going to keep it moving there because I kind of went off the deep end on that one. Just looking through videos, see if there is anything new. The good thing is there are more people posting about Turbo, or more Turbo videos lately, which is actually pretty good. But we will see. See what else we got. If not, is this guy? Is that why I keep going back? Dang it. So that is this guy. I already watched this yesterday. Huge day for Turbo. We just watched that guy. Not sure what all these no view videos are. That's weird. But I guess we're gonna roll out with let me see. Weird Trading Sniper didn't have a video today? That's weird. Unlike him. Let me see crypto, see what Turbo Crypto bring back. And then while I'm looking, we saw John earlier. Crash and birthday disaster. Hard pass. Crypto undead. Weird. That's weird. No views. Oh, let's check to see what Money and Me has to say. Let me see.
So Turbo Day is here. For those of you that don't know what I mean, you'll know in just a second, but what can we expect from the price action? Are we going to pump? Are we going to dump? Are we going to remain flat? Well, that's what we'll discuss in today's video, but remember, nothing here is financial advice. I can always be wrong, so make sure you guys do your own research. Now, do me a favor and hit the like and subscribe button, especially if you enjoyed today's content. Now, before I get into Turbo, for anyone that's looking for a great crypto exchange, make sure you check out my link to BTC to the video here. Before I can talk about Turbo, we need to actually take a look at the overall meme coin space and see how things are looking today. All right, so if we come over to CoinMarketCap and we check this out in the last 24 hours, We see that some coins are up 2%, 5%, 10% on Floki. What else? 1%, 2%, 12%. Oh, this is AI16Z. Some of the AI coins have been performing quite well recently. 5%, 4%. Some of them are even down 5, 7%. But oh, Andy on ETH is actually up 25%, which is pretty good. But for the most part, not a lot of action happening in the overall like meme coin space. You know, you see SPX 6900, which is down 2% in the last 24 hours. But in the last 7 days, in the last like month and stuff like that, we got some pretty nice rallies on some of these meme coins already. So right now could just be a bit of a cool off period, which is to be expected. Nothing goes up in a straight line. Like there has to be some sort of pullback, like that's healthy for any coin that you hold, as long as the meme coin or altcoin or whatever you hold doesn't like crash again like it did, like it's been doing all year, except for this month. At the When did Trump announce that he's going to put a pause on the tariffs? Like April 7th or something like that. That's when the markets start to recover. But getting into Turbo, so I saw this article right here. So Turbo Day hype bills as Turbo hits 140% monthly gains and tops CoinGecko chart. In my last Turbo video, I mentioned how it made the CoinGecko top chart, which was pretty nice to see. But Turbo is celebrating its 2-year anniversary today with explosive gains. The loyal community is fueling momentum as excitement peaks on Turbo Day. Now, today the price isn't actually up. I'm going to pull it up in just a second, but Turbo is celebrating its 2-year anniversary, right? So that's actually pretty cool. Turbo has been running for quite some time, and right now it's pulling back, but that's fine. You know what I realized though? I realized that I have never come across a negative article on Turbo. So that just lets you know that the community strong people actually do believe in the project because of the way it was developed, and they've been doing things the right way and no manipulation, at least nothing that we know about anyways. And this is what it's about when it comes to investing in the proper meme coins. As long as you hold proper meme coin and you continue to do things the right way, like people are going to continue to talk highly about you. And this is why we don't see negative articles, right? So this was posted on Turbo's X account on April 22nd. And I've showed you guys this in the last my last couple Turbo videos. So it says, do you know why April 29th is a special day? And then people says, the launch of Turbo, 70.9% people voted, right? But this was on April 22nd that they posted that. And then if you go over to the charts here and you take a look at the charts, you can see on April 22nd, right here, you got this massive green candle, right? So as soon as people realized that Turbo Day was coming up, they obviously jumped in and they bought up the coin like people do, right? So Turbo sitting at 002, and it went as high as 0059, pretty much 006, right? So people love buying up the news, but it's good to see that people's buying up this news, because this lets you know that people are still paying attention to Turbo. And I was telling you guys, any coin that you are invested in, make sure you follow them on X so that you can take advantage of news like this. So you could have been holding Turbo. Maybe you bought Turbo like all the way up here or something, right? As soon as you saw that news, you could have potentially bought the dip. If you hadn't bought any dip, you could have potentially bought the dip on April 22nd and made a nice return on your investment right there. Right now, Turbo, though, is, let's see, on the day, it is down almost 4%. The market cap is sitting at 331 million. The volume is also down on the day, minus 17%, almost minus 18% there. If we switch this over to market cap, where it goes 7 days out, actually, let's go on the month, we can see that Turbo actually reached a high of almost $400 million market cap. So yeah, it needed to pull back. This thing ran from at its bottom in what people was calling the bear market. It was sitting at $100 million market cap, right? So it basically did a 4x on the in the month of April. So that's pretty nice returns. If you guys had watched one of my prior videos, I spoke about how I felt like $100 million market cap could have been the bottom for Turbo. And yeah, it bottomed out right there. Well, it went slightly below it. Then went up to 400 million. So if we take a look at the charts now, right now I've got Trade Assist pulled up. You'll find it in the description down below for anyone that's interested. It lets you know it's a good time to buy and sell crypto when there's a bullish and bearish momentum happening, right? But it's showing that we are still in this bullish momentum. It hasn't left. Crazy amounts of sell zones that were fired for anyone that's looking to take some profits there. If you guys still haven't learned to take profits in the crypto space, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, you got to take profits on the way up. You can't hold something forever. Like, you have to take something off of the table when the opportunity presents itself. You doubled your money, you take some profits, you let the rest ride, or whatever your trading strategy is, right? But right now, I'm thinking that Turbo needs to actually hold where it's at right now. It needs to hold above 0046 for it to continue to look bullish, in my opinion. Because if it doesn't hold, then it could potentially look like it's forming some sort of a head and shoulder pattern, which would not be good. So it needs to hold above 0046, and then I'm going to believe that that Turbo is continuing to look bullish. But if it does break below that area, it's not going to look good on the charts. But right now, I am super optimistic. Um, the charts look decent still right now, but it depends on what's happening in the overall space. Right now, the markets is moving in a favorable direction, though, because Bitcoin is actually sitting at 95,100, not bad at all. And then you see Ethereum is sitting at 1,800. So Ethereum is going up, and we all know how the bull cycle works. Bitcoin pumps, Bitcoin trades sideways, and for the most part, Bitcoin has been trading sideways. But yeah, Bitcoin trades sideways, Ethereum pumps, and it looks like Ethereum is starting to move, I guess, sitting at 1,800. And then you got the altcoin season happen, but we're not out of the woods yet as far as like the tariffs. So you never know what's actually going to happen, what Trump is going to do. But SWI is pumping $3.60. Tau is pumping. Like, the market is moving in a favorable direction right now. So I expect the next couple months should be hopefully good, unless some negative news happens. But it's pretty clear, in my opinion, that people are still investing in meme coins. Meme coins is not going to go it's not going to.
Yeah, I agree. The meme coin volume is still through the roof. It will be that way until the meme coins actually come in and crash. So let me know in the comments, what is your favorite meme coin? If it's Turbo Toad, just put a fire in the chat. But let me know what other meme coins you guys are looking at. It's the last video. We're about to shut it down, but let's get
Just
through
look
this.
at what Turbo has been doing
The
in the
main
market right
man,
now.
Wealth
Again,
Hub
the
Magnetville.
previous couple of days had been pretty good for Turbo because it has been breaking out, creating new numbers in the market, and it's doing that today as well. So we're going to be taking a look at the charts and looking at what it's doing and what it could be doing in the upcoming time. So before we do start with the video, do make sure to hit the thumbs up button, drop a comment down below on what you think about Turbo, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. So let's get right into the video and head over to our screen. So we are over at our screen looking at Turbo right now, up around 1.4% in the past 24 hours. Actually, let's refresh that. So this is the updated graph. But still, again, 1.4% up in the past 24 hours. Market cap $334 million, and volume at $130 million, down a bit from yesterday, but again, still pretty good volume to market cap ratio. That means the attention is still on Turbo as well. Our weekly, we're up 110%. So we're still up more than double in just the past week. And we could see we did this pretty crazy jump in the beginning of the week. Then we kind of settled down. We did another jump, and now we are kind of going sideways as well. But again, this is all just part of the plan. And it will all just make sense when we continue to hit other numbers. If we take a look at the graph right here on Deck Screener, we can see overall in the long term it is doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing, and we could see we drew this chart right here basically predicting that it has bounced off and it will most likely create new higher highs, and that is what it is doing right now. And we also did talk about how it will be kind of making this pattern and breaking out from this as well, which it did again. So we could see even from this pattern alone, we did see about a 30 to 33% breakout, and then we did kind of come back. But again, it overall, if we do look at the long term, it still looks pretty promising. It does look like we could make it to the 450 to 550 around there, $1 million market cap range, and then possibly stay there for a while. But again, overall, looking really, really solid. We are kind of slowly climbing back. We did a pretty good jump. Then we are kind of playing out this pattern, and then we will be headed to this range again. So again, this is also a crucial range for Turbo that it has been, because again, it has been hit multiple times with Turbo, and most likely it will hit again coming soon as well. And we can see we have hit this multiple times here, again here, and it just kept going. It just never stopped. We have seen this multiple times, so it proves that this is a very crucial range, and it will be deciding what Turbo will be doing in the future. And so excited for Turbo to reach this level as well. So again, if we take a look at the community sentiment, 91% still bullish. Robinhood needs Turbo and Turbo needs Robinhood. So again, if you don't know already, Turbo is already on the biggest exchanges in the world. Most of the biggest exchanges in the world. It's on Binance, it's on Coinbase, it's on OKX, BitGet, Mexi. And if we actually take a look at the exchanges list, we could see it's already on Binance, which is the number one exchange in the world. It's not on Bybit yet, which is something we are lacking as well. And Coinbase Exchange, which is the US top exchange, and it is also on Coinbase as well. So again, it is mostly it's on OKX, BitGet, Mexi, Gate.io, KuCoin. We can see it's on every single one of them, but we are lacking Bybit, which is again a really huge exchange that we could get for even better volume. And again, Robinhood is one of the biggest exchanges in the US, because most of these exchanges are big on the global level. Coinbase is the current biggest exchange in the US. But again, Robinhood is also a very popular exchange in the US because of how user friendly it is. And it also has a lot of users. Actually, Robinhood users, if we just take a look at that, we can see Robinhood has 25.2 funded customers with 26.2 million investment accounts. So 25.2 million funded accounts. That is absolutely a huge number of accounts. And again, Turbo to reach more and more people, the more popular it would be basically. And the more attention it would be getting and the more volume it would be bringing in. So again, the more exchange listings, the better. And we already know Turbo has a huge list of exchange listings. If we take a look at this list, it's on 125 plus bot exchange listings. It's on Binance, Coinbase, KuCoin, Kraken, Bithumb, OKX, and the list is absolutely huge. And again, that is for the best of Turbo, and we are and it just keeps growing. Again, we get a new exchange listings very often as well. So looking forward to if we could get more exchange listings. Is that a super bullish double bullish triple bottom you have printed? Hope, let's go. I'm bullish on Turbo. And again, overall it has been picking up really good, and hopefully it does play out as we are looking at the graphs, and we will obviously keep you updated on whatever Turbo does. So that was about it for this video, guys. In this video, we did take a look at Turbo, whatever it's doing in the market. So hopefully it does keep doing that. And we will obviously keep you updated on the latest Turbo news. So if you do want to stay tuned, hit the thumbs up button, drop a comment down below on what you think about Turbo. And also,
So shout out to Wealth Magnet Hub. Let me know what you guys think about Turbo and the Turbo price prediction, as well as the video. Don't forget to join the Black Tiger Miner Twitter page or the BTM Crypto News Network and vote on your price prediction. But let me know where it's at in the chat. Give you guys a couple of seconds here before we log off. But let me know either way, right? You like the video, you hate it, you want to support your BTM channel, you can hit me up with a super chat as well. And I'll give you guys 3 or 4 minutes for that. But as you can tell, Turbo is about to push all the way up for the, why is this weird look? For the May period, as we saw earlier. May is actually a pretty good month for Turbo. Currently, we're at 290, 291, up 0.6%. So there is some movement. 54,074 holders. We picked the holder up since the video started. And we are right under PopCat at 311.1 mil won. But let me know what you guys think. Yeah, 3 or 4 more minutes here. See if there is anything else new on Twitter for a couple minutes. On vacation, you so baller. Uh, Flipping nasty. Like that card you made for the kid. If you know Turbo, you know the explosive moves it can make. The next one isn't a matter of if, it's when. And this time is going to be bigger than the last. First stop, 2 cents, then a clear shot at 5 cents. Break that, and we're eyeing 25 to 30 cents by end of year. Depending on market conditions, strap in. Turbo season is coming. Yes, turbo season is just starting. Let me know what you guys think. Turbo sparking chaos. AI rogue meme coin is ready to roar and jump on and get burned. Okay. Had a turbo and Pepe. Here will add more if it goes lower. Not owning turbo will be considered a serious crime at this point. Load the toad. So I guess that's it then. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, thanks for joining on this Hump Wednesday. Appreciate your support. And as always, let's get back to the money and stay weird. And lastly, stay dangerous. It's your main man BTM signing out. Peace out and see you when I see you.